Hi and welcome to All Things Photography. I'm Nick Stubbs. Now, I just wanted to do a quick video for you today just to explain why I ended up buying the 5D Mark IV, the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. Only released last week. I got it the day after release, so thanks to Calumet for that in the UK. And I'm doing a quick video here just in the dining room of our guest house, or the wife's guest house. So I just wanted to explain why I ended up buying it after doing a post about the fact that I was umming and ahhing because of various reviews and things that I'd read. Before I do that, I just want to explain my history with Canon for you who are quite new to this and don't know me. I started in probably 2003 with the Canon D30, one of the original DSLRs that came from Canon. And then I upgraded to the 10D, which was okay. Then the 20D, which was absolutely brilliant, took phenomenal photos, really, really good camera. Then the 30D, which was okay. The 40D, which was then really good. So it kind of went good, brilliant. So the cameras have always been, you know, for me a bit hit and miss. But then after the 40D, the 5D came out around, I think it was 2005, and I was blown away. It was a full frame sensor. It completely changed the game for me for photography. Just a fantastic camera. Hadn't gone for the 1D series at that point, the 1DS series. So the 5D as a prosumer camera was absolutely brilliant. No video at that time, but as a stills camera, it was superb. Then the 5D Mark II came out, which was a complete game changer. Had full HD video, which was absolutely brilliant. So much so that Hollywood were using them, TV companies in America were using them for filming. Absolutely stunning camera, superb stills, and I still have one now, which I'm filming from. So if I'm a little bit out of focus, it's because I'm in a dark room, high ISO and probably a slightly wide aperture, so I may not be completely in focus. Haven't had time to check, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out quickly. So the 5D Mark II, I've still got one, I love it, the image quality is still superb. When the 5D Mark III came out, I didn't see a big enough upgrade. I was hoping it was going to have 4K video and some maybe faster frame rates for video, but it didn't quite do it for me. As a stills camera, it was still good, but there was no megapixel hike. I downloaded sample images and I couldn't match or better that from those from the 5D Mark II, so I bought another 5D Mark II and didn't get the Mark III. Then when the 5D Mark IV was announced, I was really excited that it was coming out because I'd been waiting it for a long time, for another 4 years, 8 years or 7 years since I got the 5D Mark II, so it was a real big thing for me. Had the money saved, I was ready to buy it and ready to go, and then I saw the specs and I saw all the reviews. Worst thing I did was actually listen to all the reviews. I went on loads of different sites, listened to loads of opinions from professionals, but then I read the reviews underneath and the camera got completely slated. I read everything and I was looking at it, umming and ahhing myself because I'm a big videographer myself nowadays. I do a split between stills and video, so I do a lot of video work, and I was really hoping A, that it would have 4K, which it has, but you know, secondly it would have all the other video features I needed, like focus peaking, which it hasn't got, and the zebra stripes, which it hasn't got, and the codec for the 4K is a bit antiquated and produces large file sizes. So there were a few things to do with the video side of things that I really wasn't that happy with, and it's kind of a bit of a double-edged sword for me. It steered me in a direction that I thought I was going anyway, and that is for me to completely separate my stills cameras from my video cameras. I'm forgetting the idea of a hybrid camera. It's just not going to happen for me, I don't think. DSLRs, the 5D Mark II and the 5D Mark IV, are both amazing cameras for stills photography. The video side of things is a bit of a benefit. Now, from my point of view, because I'm not using these for video, I've got the Panasonic GH4 with Metabones using all the Canon glass, plus I've got an external recorder which allows me to shoot what's called ProRes HQ quality video, which is amazing. Huge file sizes, but amazing quality. And I've also got some Sony Handycams and that kind of thing. All my video cameras are over there, all my stills are over here, and I'm keeping them both separate. The only time I will personally use this for stills, for video, is when I'm shooting a wedding. I'll take a few photographs and then I'll just click the record button for video and do some maybe quick slow motion stuff of the bride, or some maybe stock video, or some 4K video, so I can pull stills from that. There's various ways that I can use the video in this, and one of the biggest would be stock video. I can go out in London, take some great stills, stock photos, then plonk it on a tripod and do some really good 5 to 30 second stock video clips, which I know will be easily good enough for stock agencies. So for me, it's a bit of a, it's a bit of a workhorse camera, but mainly for stills, like I said. Now, for all those people out there that are umming and ahhing as to whether you should buy this, I'm actually going to do a full review maybe next week. Hopefully have it done by next week, because I want to explain the good side of this camera as well as the bad side. Most people know the bad side now, and it's mainly to do with video. As a stills camera, it is superb. I've been out shooting loads of sporting events and landscapes, that kind of thing, and to be honest, I'm really impressed at the moment, but I won't go too much into that. You will be possibly disappointed with the video, but the quality is absolutely superb from the video, so it's kind of, you have to really make your mind up as to whether you really need the video that much. If you're a professional or a semi-professional videographer looking to use the camera for longer and bigger still video work, where you need to be running for maybe half an hour or more, then I would say it's not the camera for you. It's not going to work in that respect, and it really, pretty honestly, it wasn't designed as that sort of camera. Canon have their own range of high-end video cameras with 4K, some amazing quality cameras, so you know, it kind of makes business sense from their point of view to keep this as a prosumer, semi-professional, professional camera, and mainly as a stills camera. So I wouldn't look at it as mainly as a video camera. As a stills camera, it's superb. But I saw a lot of reviews from people, or a lot of comments from people saying, oh, I've had enough of Canon, I'm going to jump ship and go to Sony, they do this and they do that. Then you go on that forum and they're saying, oh, I don't like this camera because it overheats and it doesn't do this, it hasn't got that, hasn't got a flip out screen. So there's so many opinions. When I first started in photography in about 1980, there were only Canon, Nikon, Olympus, Pentax and Zenith, and a couple of other brands. There wasn't a massive amount of choice. What happened was people would buy a stills camera and then pretty much keep it for the next sort of 5, 6, 7 years, and then they would upgrade lenses, studio equipment, flash guns, that sort of thing. So the stills camera stayed with them, or with me, for a fair few years, and we would just kind of hone in on our skills. Nowadays it seems like every year or every 18 months or even less, one of the manufacturers is coming out with a camera that the whole internet goes wild for, because it's got this or it's got that, it's got Wi-Fi, it's got NFC, all these amazing things. And you've got to kind of just forget all of that. You've got to just sit down by yourself and think what you need the camera for. What do you need it for? Do you need it for stills? Do you need it for video? Do you need it for a little bit of both? And what lenses do you already have? Have you already invested in, you know, in a certain amount of lenses or equipment, peripherals? You know, I've got things like the radio mics. I've got all sorts of things for Canon. The controllers, the slave units, the flash, I can't remember what they're called now. The Flex 5 and Flex TT1, which are the slave units for the flash. So I've got all of those. Got loads of thousands of pounds worth of Canon lenses. So I'm kind of in the camp of Canon, but I do use the lenses for, like I say, for Panasonic, and they can be used on Sony. But really, I'm keeping my, like I say, video separate, photography separate. For me, the stills from this are superb. As a stills camera, it's fantastic. As a video camera, it's actually very good as well, but just not for full-on video work. So I'd recommend that you actually either rent one. You can go to someone like hireacamera.co.uk or hireacamera.com in the UK, or somewhere in America. Get one for about £120 a day. Try it for one day. Make the most of it. Take loads of video footage. Take a few photos. Obviously, get the feel of the camera and see if it's the right camera for you. Really, it's horses for courses. You've got to forget all the noise online, and you've got to just basically get it in your hands yourself, work out what you want from your camera, what kind of work you do, and then buy the camera based on that, not on all the noise and opinions that you get online. So watch out for the next week or so. I'll do a full review of the camera with lots of examples of photographs and videos, and then hopefully that'll help you make your mind up as well. But I know there'll be a lot more reviews coming out online as well, so you know, read those and just see what you think. But for me, I think I'm pretty happy that I bought it.